and my distinguished colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Agbaje Ifedayo and the title of the thesis I'm presenting this morning is Prosumerism, Technological Capability and Firm Competitiveness in Online Retail Stores in Nigeria. Online retail stores, online retail business in Nigeria is expressing a growing rapid due to the technology and the customer shift. Like the consumers of old now being called the consumer. They are very interested in shaping the activities of a business organization through content creation, peer recommendations. The online retail business came into absolute existence during the COVID time. And one of the assets that is being used for this purpose is mobile assets and internet code support. The study in question explored the consumer activity drive that drives success in the Nigerian online retail sector. The statement of the government. It was noted that the firms struggles to fully leverage on consumers' engagement to improve competitiveness. 2. And the many retailers, they lack structured process to support consumer involvement, limiting the impact of innovation and the market growth. The elements such as user content, generated content, peer recommendation are powerful tools that build trust, but yet they remain underutilized due to infrastructural and the credibility challenging the operation of the digital space. And one of the dimensions of prosumerism that is a collective design, though it's a promising concept, but it lacks a weak and it is being hindered by weak in the internal control system and limited resources of many online retail stores businesses. 2. Ultimately, the absence of strong technological capability prevents firms and business organizations from optimizing consumer strategies. These studies investigate how prosumerism, when supported by technology, can enhance full competitiveness in the Nigerian online retail sector. The research question for this are following. What is the effect of consumer cooperation on the firm competitiveness among online retail companies in Nigeria? 2. To what extent does user-generated content affect firm competitiveness in online retail business within the Nigerian market? 3. What is the effect of peer recommendation, the peer, on firm competitiveness of the retail online companies in Nigeria? So what effect of collaborative design on firm competitiveness among online retail companies in Nigeria? Then what is the combined effect of prosumerism, which are called the dimension of prosumerism? That is a customer co-creation, user-generated concept, peer recognition, and the collaborative design. What does it have on online retail business in Nigeria? the last one, which is number 6, is to what degree does technological capability serve as a moderator in the relationship between prosumerism and firm competitiveness in online retail companies within the Nigeria market. The objective of this study and the hypothesis have been formulated in line with the research question. The literature review. The literature review of this report are the scholar work that has been reviewed based on the benefit and disadvantage. These are stated in the work program. The literature review is divided into 3 parts. We have the conceptual review that takes into consideration prosumerism and consumer co-creation, user-generated content, peer recommendation, and collaborative design. That takes into consideration the competitiveness on the technology capability. On the theoretical aspect, we look into the result-based view theory, which is underlying theory, and then we look at the dynamic capability theory, technology acceptance model term, and the stakeholders theory. The empirical review takes into consideration development economy, developing and emerging economy, and the studies in Nigeria. The gap in the literature is where some studies in development countries highlights how consumer engagement improves competitiveness. They really address prosumerism in emerging markets like Nigeria. Existing business and existing research focuses on traditional sector and engagement forms, neglecting digital strategies. 3. There is a lack of integrated research examining how these prosumerism dimensions aforementioned collectively influence the firm competitiveness in Nigeria online retail market. The conceptual model for this thesis is what we have been displayed on the board. Methodology. The research and thesis take into consideration on methodology, the research design, which is Solvay's research design. The population of the study is 225 management level employees. The sampling techniques, census or total enumeration method. I look at the size of the sample size, which is 325. The instrument used adopted is that of questionnaire, is a validated instrument. The validity, content and password validity via 33 participants. Reliability is a probable alpha as is being stated there. On the board is the model specification and the method of data analysis. The result and discussion is sharing shown on the table 4.1 response rate that show the response rate, the return views, not returning complete, and the total educated level. The demographic analysis of the participants has interpreted the gender, the age, and the marital status is demonstrated there. The summary of the results of test of hypothesis, results, and decision is stated below. The conclusion. The study concluded that prosumerism dimensions, which are customer co-creation, user generating content, peer recognition, and collaborative design are significant driver and serve as determinant factor in enhancing the competitiveness of online business or retail firms in Nigeria, focusing on Lagos State, especially when moderated by technological capability. On recommendation, the study on its findings recommended that online retail companies should enable or establish structures and the frameworks to facilitate and optimize consumer co-creation process. Online retail companies should implement a referral program that reward customers for recommending products to their peers. Online retail companies should adopt a comprehensive strategy that integrates all dimensions of prosumerism into their business models. Online retail companies should participate and prioritize investment in advanced technology such as big data analysis, relationship management system to optimize consumer engagement process. The study has contributed to knowledge and value contribution conceptually, theoretically, and empirically to the study of knowledge on this platform. This study has succeeded in adding to the major dimension of prosumerism, such as consumer cooperation, user-generated content, peer recommendation, and a collaborative design, and empirically tested their effect on firm competitiveness. Theoretically, the study was able to link the findings to the resource-based view, dynamic capabilities theory, and technology acceptance model. The study has added to the body of knowledge by establishing a positive link between prosumerism, technological capability, and competitiveness among online retail firms in Lagos State, Nigeria. Thank you for listening. Thank you very much for listening.